rubble from the wall that is no longer tall. And that starts with a T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for problems.
Problems. We got problems. Come with us and see. Problems. We got problems. With a capital P. More than we have ever had. And it's looking very sad. We feel depressed. We need some rest. Because it's never been so bad. How bad is it?
How bad is it, you ask? Well, this is Jerusalem, and these are ashes, and that rhymes with crashes, and I don't mean Wall Street. There was a crash, and that starts with C, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for problems.
Problems. We've got problems. Come with us and see. Problems. We've got problems. With a capital P. More than we have ever had. And it's looking very sad. We feel depressed. We need some rest. Because it's never been so bad. How bad is it?
How bad is it, you ask? Well, this is Jerusalem, and it's in shambles, and that starts with a sh, and that stands for shame, which was not our aim, but the Babylonians came, and that starts with a B, or a C, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for problems.
Problems. We've got problems. Come with us and see. Problems. We've got problems. With a capital P. More than we have ever had. And it's looking very sad. We feel depressed. We need some rest. Because it's never been so bad. It's never been so bad. It's never been so bad.
Ah yes, problems. That's one thing we all have in common. Sure, some of our problems are more serious than others, but we all have them, so we all have to deal with them. But not all of us are very good at that. Fortunately, for those of us who are God's children, He has given us some principles in His Word to help us stand up to our problems, confront them face to face, and come out victorious and stronger. Nehemiah was a man gifted in knowing what to do when a problem arose. You've probably heard of Nehemiah, but let me refresh your memory. Nehemiah was an Israelite living in captivity in Babylon after God's chosen people had been defeated by the Babylonians. He was the king's cupbearer, or wine taster. Some of the Israelites had been allowed to stay in Jerusalem. Their brothers in captivity, including Nehemiah, were always anxious to receive word from their beloved city. But on this one particular occasion, the news was not good.
The remnant of our people living in Jerusalem are in disgrace.
The walls of the city have been torn down, and the gates of the city have been burned, and our brothers are being laughed at. It's embarrassing, and it's bringing shame to us and to our God. We have to do something.
Yes, something had to be done, and though Nehemiah didn't know how, the people could tell he had every intention of rebuilding the wall.
Trouble, way too much trouble. Hey, we have been there. There's so much trouble. We're not intending to burst your bubble, but this thing that you have planned cannot be done. No, this thing that you have planned cannot be done. Dun 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 dun. Oh, Nehemiah, hope that you don't mind. We think the best is to just give up on your behind.
I'm not sure. It grieves me, but it's our own fault we're in this situation. Remember learning how God told Moses, if we were unfaithful to him, he would scatter us among the nations?
That's right. But didn't he also tell Moses that if we returned to him and obeyed his commands, he would gather our people back together?
Exactly. So we really need to pray and fast.
Okay. Now you lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm praying and fast.
No. No, that's not what I meant. I meant that we need to seek the Lord with all our heart, and that can involve confessing our disobedience and a lot of prayer and fasting. We're ignoring what your body says it wants in a way of food, so our spirits can concentrate on what God might be trying to tell us.
After all, if we're going to do anything worthwhile to help our brothers in Jerusalem, we've got to get off to a real good start.
You gotta get off to a real good start. Seek the Lord with all your heart. Put the horse before the cart. Seek the Lord with all your heart. Seek the Lord. Seek the Lord. Seek the Lord with all your heart. With all your heart. You know that you have won when you've begun to seek the Lord with all your heart.
Something real strange happened while I was getting ready for school today. My socks wouldn't fit.
Why, were your feet swollen?
No, all I did was put my shoes on, and when I went to put my socks on, they wouldn't fit.
You gotta get off to a real good start. Seek the Lord with all your heart.
I just learned how to count. Wanna hear? Yeah, count to 5 for me. 2, 1, 3, 4, 5.
No. It's socks before shoes and 1 before 2. Put the horse before the cart. Seek the Lord with all your heart. Seek the Lord. Seek the Lord. Seek the Lord with all your heart. With all your heart. You know that you have won when you've begun to seek the Lord with all your heart. To seek the Lord with all your heart.
And that's exactly what Nehemiah did. For several months, he prayed and fasted and sought the Lord. He eventually had the opportunity to ask the king for permission to go to Jerusalem to rebuild the wall and restore dignity to his people. And God granted Nehemiah favor with the king, and he was allowed to do as he requested. The king even agreed to supply materials for the building project.
Well, Nehemiah, you made it all the way from Babylon. Thanks to the king's help, you got the supplies to rebuild the wall. What are you going to do first?
Well, I went out last night after we arrived, and while no one was watching, I surveyed the wall. It's in bad shape, but God has given me a plan. We can get the job done.
Nehemiah, all these people in Jerusalem would like to know what you are doing here and what all these building materials are for.
God has put in my heart that we should rebuild the walls of this city so that people will stop calling us sissies and saying our God is powerless. God's people should not live in a state of fear and defeat like this.
What? Rebuild the wall? Us?
It just can't be done, Nehemiah. You haven't been around here. You don't know the kind of obstacles there are.
pile of rubble. To look at it, it sure seems impossible. But nothing is impossible if you believe and pray.
I have a dream that's bigger than me. They say there's no way you'll never succeed. But I have a God, on Him I will call. You get tall when you fall on your knees.
Get tall when you fall on your knees. You get tall when you fall on your knees. Problems are shrinking the moment I'm thinking of prayer. Thinking of prayer. You get tall when you fall on your knees. You get tall when you fall on your knees. When you're unhappy, here's what to do. Take it to Jesus. You'll see it's true. You get tall when you fall on your knees. You get tall when you fall on your knees. And like Nehemiah, we all have our dreams that crumble before us, or that's how it seems. Like losing a friendship, or failing a test, or not being chosen as one of the best. We work for Nehemiah, we'll still work today. Our God will do wonders for those who will pray.
Dad,
Yes, Robin?
do you have a minute? I have a problem I need to talk with you about.
Sure, honey, what is it?
You know my friend Carol? She just called and told me her dad was moving away. She was so upset and I didn't know what to tell her.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What can we do, Dad?
Well, the best thing we can do is promise to pray for her every day and ask God to bring her family back together.
You get tall when you fall on your knees. You get tall when you fall on your knees. All my problems are shrinking the moment I'm thinking of prayer. Thinking of prayer. You
You've got to be kidding me. You think you can build this wall tall with these people? They don't know what they're doing. They're not builders.
Yeah, just if a little fox jumps up on the wall, it'll crumble right back down again.
Oh, Nehemiah, Nehemiah, what are you gonna do? The wall will tilt and slightly build. You guys are such a motley crew. Motley crew? Who? Oh, Nehemiah, Nehemiah, what if you don't mind? We think the best is to suggest give up while you're behind. We think the best is to suggest give up while you're behind. Oh, Nehemiah, what are you gonna do?
Okay, team, listen up. This is the big one. We've got a tough job ahead of us, but we can do it. We've prayed, we've planned, we're prepared, and now it's time to perform and quit listening to what our enemies are saying. Sure, they're laughing at us and saying we can't do it. Well, we may not have much experience, but we've got heart, and we've got the Lord. So I say we can. But we've got to get out there and work together as a team. God has given us this city, and we're not going to let any old Yemenite take it away. We need this one. Let's go out there and work. 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 Let's win one for the giver.
Plan your work, work your plan. God will never bless a lazy man. First you pray, plan your day, and don't forget to go to work. Plan your work, work your plan. God will never bless a lazy man. First you pray, plan your day, and don't forget to go to work. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Plan your work, work your plan. God will never bless a lazy man. First you pray, plan your day, and don't forget to go to. Don't forget to go to work.
You know, Tobiah, things are going a little too well for the workers on the wall. They're making too much progress. If we don't do something about it, they just might finish that wall.
Yeah, we could get our gang together and attack them while they're working. They won't be expecting it, and we could really mess their work up.
Great idea. I could use a good rumble. Let's do it.
Nehemiah, I just heard Sambal and Tobiah talking, and they're planning on attacking us while we're building the wall, so we won't be able to finish it.
justice to suggest give up while you're behind. Oh my, Nehemiah, what are you gonna do?
As you have seen, Nehemiah was not one to run away from his problems. He depended upon Jehovah God for guidance and strength. And just as God stood ready to help Nehemiah, Jesus stands ready to help us live victoriously for him and make us even more than conquerors. No, Nehemiah was not about to be defeated, and he spoke words of encouragement to the people of Israel.
Don't be afraid of them. Remember the Lord who is great and awesome, and fight for your families and houses. Here's what we've got to do.
We've got to keep working, but be ready to fight if we have to. Keep your tools in one hand and your sword in the other.
And keep alert, because the enemy can attack at any moment.
Let's do the work. Let's win the war. Let's live for Jesus like we never have before. We are the boys. We are the girls. We are the ones who have a chance to change the world. There is not a problem that we can handle if we all will do our part. Chosen by the Lord, we are the ones between the mortar and the sword. Fight for your families. Fight for them all. Our God is awesome. Rebuild the wall. Rebuild the wall. We have the tools. We have the might. We have the things that we will need to win the fight. We are the boys. We are the girls. We are the ones who have a chance to change the world. Let's do the work. Fight for your families. Fight for them all.
telling the people that the joy of the Lord is your strength, called for a celebration. And the Bible tells us that the joy of Jerusalem was heard from afar.
You get tall when you fall on your knees. You